I think African men
Hmm.
need to stop being God over their women.
Do you think that African men
Mm-hmm.
should stop being God over women? African men,
Mm-hmm.
we like respect a lot. And this lack of respect in the present day woman has led to a lot of divorce. But these same men that cries for respect from African women, and if they don't respect us, African men, we divorce them.
You don't have to tell a woman what you bring to the table. There's a lot that women are doing in marriage that you don't have to ask them what they bring to the table. Take care of your husband. Take care of your home. I don't understand. Food is the most important thing to man. If you don't cook man food, and the other food that you got to give him in the bedroom, those two things will keep your man home.
A man is hustling, he makes some money, he goes and declares his next of kin to be his wife. When a woman wants to write her own next of kin, she will write her brother. Married women
What have we
who
done?
their husband lives in the diaspora and they live in Africa.
Okay.
Their husband sends money to them to build the house. From that money, they add commission. Welcome back, guys, to the podcast. Today we have our favorite guest in the house. Lady Ola is here again. We want to talk about important issues relating to marriage and divorce. Very important. That is why we always bring her here. Because a lot of you have been asking, where is Lady Ola? Where is Lady Ola? And we have a lot of questions for her. So we've brought her here once more. Lady Ola is a relationship expert. For the records, but a lot of you don't know about Lady Ola very well. So you please go back to her page at Smopy World Podcast and check out more about Lady Ola. Guys, Lady Ola is a 58 years old beauty consultant with some, touch of fitness 1 or 2 and relationship expert. Guys, Lady Ola has written a couple of books that you must read. One of my favorite is the Shadow of the Matriarch. And another one, Do You Know Why You Can't Feel My Pain? These 2 books, go check those books out. It will help you and it will change your story. And for you ladies and gentlemen out there, if you want to have good relationship in your marriage, guys, if you want to have good relationship in your marriage, you need to listen to Lady Ola. She will help you. If you have any concern about your relationship, about your marriage, and you need to speak to somebody, slide into her DM. I am Smoopy on Instagram and talk with her there. I don't know if consultancy is still free, but if you need to pay for consultancy, then it's worth paying for, guys. It's worth paying for. Lady Ola,
Yes, sir.
I welcome you back to this podcast.
It's good to be back.
A lot of people have been asking, where is Lady Ola? But you've been on vacation. Now you're back. Now you've moved from 58 to 32. So now you're now 32.
Is that even possible?
Honestly, now you're looking 32. Our fans can tell. Now you're looking 32 from 58 to 32. So it's like,
Be to God.
I think myself, I need a vacation. Honestly, I need
Yeah.
a vacation, I think. If I go on a vacation, when I come back, maybe I'll go to 25 or 28. Yeah, I need a vacation also. Honestly, I need a vacation. Lady Ola,
Yes, sir.
so we're always happy to have you here
Yeah.
because we know that whenever you're here in the studio, you impact a lot into the younger generation. I know we are going to ask you a lot of questions, and I know you are going to give us the best out of it.
Yes.
Guys, when we bring Lady Ola to the studio, we don't tell her that, Lady Ola, we're going to ask you this and we're going to ask you that, because we don't want it to look like a scripted podcast. Our podcast is not scripted. We just ask her whatever comes to our mind and we just let her give us what she has at that time immediately. Lady Ola, you launched something very new that you called
Transformation Tribe.
Transformation Tribe.
Yes.
Please, what's this about?
Transformation Tribe is a safe space
Okay.
that I've created for people who want to make their relationship better. Whether you are single, they're looking for partner. It's a place where I can actually lead and guide on how to choose the right partner. Or if couples who their marriage is not going well and they really want it to get better, it's a place where people can come for healing and grow. We're gonna, it's a place where we're gonna be talking about parenting, because we need the wisdom to actually raise godly children.
Yeah.
And also, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to start your own business. It's a safe place where people can actually come, that we become a community where we can do things together. I'll teach people how to still look young at 58, like
Oh,
fitness and all that. So it's a community that I'm trying to be. It's a paid community. It's not going to be free. It's a paid community because sometimes I realize that when something doesn't cost people anything, they take it for granted and they don't value it. So
yeah.
that's why it's going to be a 3 months community launching I'm putting together. So it's starting from September 1st. So when you come in, it's going to be $100 for that 3 months, and what you're going to gain is more. It's going to be more than what you're paying for. So that's what's up right now.
I'm always sure that when you launch anything like this,
Yes, sir.
when people pay,
Yes.
the value
Yes.
is always more than
Yes.
what they expect.
Yes, sir.
That I'm very sure.
Definitely. Yes.
For people in Africa,
Mm.
do you actually think that a lot of families in Africa, for example, you see a man and a woman
Mm.
and they going through a lot of difficulties and
Mhm.
they are not rich?
Right.
Because $100 in Africa
Mm-hmm.
is a lot of money for the man and the woman in my village, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah. So is there any way somebody can come in with a coupon code from Diaspora and You podcast and get some discount? Because right now I know in Africa $100 is a lot of money.
Yeah, but when you look at the $100 though, it's not something that you paid month. It's for 3 months. So you have you're breaking $100 into three sessions. So it's not just $100 and then that's it monthly. No, it's a 3 months for it's 3 months for $100. So um if somebody is coming from diaspora
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
we might consider some, so give you some discount.
Honestly, please, Lady Ola.
Yeah.
Because to me, I think
Mm.
$100 it's worth $100 as a person I can pay.
Yeah.
But a lot of people in my village, they want to get this information, but I don't think they can afford $100.
Yeah.
Mostly in this time when our president is there, the economy is very difficult for a lot of people. I don't think they can afford. So in any case, just slide into Lady Ola's DM. If you want to join, just tell her you got the podcast from Diaspora and You, and then she will look for a way to work around it for you. But it's $100 though. Lady Ola, this community is going to be about people, for example, ladies going through divorce and
Mhm.
difficult situation,
Mhm.
men going through divorce and difficult situations. Is there anything they can gain from this community if they join?
Yes, a lot that they can gain from, because I have a well of wisdom and experience that I can help people with, because it's lack of knowledge and understanding of what relationship is about and marriage is about that has brought a lot of us into that situation. And because I've been through it, I've passed through it, the pain, the cry, the agony, I've passed through it. So I can actually, as a relationship coach, I can actually coach someone without having to look at the book, but from my own experience and
Yeah.
what I've been able to help a lot of people to achieve. And I have a track record of having to help couples who are going through things like that, whether you are single or you are married. Transformation Tribe is where we're gonna test you out.
Yeah. Yeah. We see you guys
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Transformation Tribe. Guys, Transformation Tribe. Transformation Tribe. Lady Ola. Now, a lot of ladies, when they want to get divorced, there are certain things they don't consider.
Mm.
They only think of themselves. What this man is doing to me. Maybe it's a violent man, whatever the man is doing. They are not thinking of the future of the kids.
Mm.
They are not thinking of the impact of lack of fatherly touch in the life of the child, girl child or boy child. What do you think that these ladies are doing about the situation that's not right?
It's funny that you're asking me this question right now. It was just last night that I was coaching someone through that who just woke up overnight and just realized that this guy, myself and this guy were not compatible, so it's time for me to exit. And there are 4 children involved. And I was scolding that person last night. Like, are you out of your mind? Have you looked deep? Have you really have you put any plan? Do you have okay? What is it? My first question is what plan do you have? How do you intend to take care of those kids by yourself? Number two, what exactly is going on in your mind that made you to feel, is he beating you? Is he abusive? Is your life in danger? I didn't get all of that, so I got angry. Like, seriously, you want to get divorced or want to leave the marriage because of something, a spontaneous thing, and then you feel that now you have the platform now to be on your own. Do you have a job? What do you think is going to happen to those children? Are those children going to wake up tomorrow and say, Mama, you have done well? Or they're going to wake up tomorrow and say, we hate you for doing that?
The aspect I'm looking at
Mm-hmm.
is the woman exiting the marriage
Mm-hmm.
without considering
Children.
how the kids are going to feel.
Feel.
Because as a person, me,
Mm-hmm.
when I wake up in the morning, my son will come and play with me.
Mm.
And then I see my kids, certain time they are doing something that is wrong. And my lady will look at them and she cannot say anything. But if I'm there, once I look at the child like this, automatically the child will change the behavior or whatever he's doing. He will just stop. My son this morning, he just brought a lot of powder. He poured face powder. He just poured it all over the bed. The mother looked at him and said, stop now, stop now.
Mm.
So just imagine that mother is going to raise that child alone. How is that boy's life going to be? So that's my question. My question is, women getting divorced without considering how they are going to raise up the kids alone. The life of the child without a father figure. How is it going to be like?
The life of a child without a father figure is a disaster. However, before you before you make a decision to divorce, if children are involved, you have to really, 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 your life has to be really, really be in danger for you to make that decision. One of the things that I've discovered is mostly we look at our pain than looking at how it's going to affect the children.
Yes.
Because we are the one in that relationship, whether it's an abusive relationship, whether it's we're just tired of the guy. We always have to consider ourselves first. For me, and I think it has to be the other way around. We need to consider the children first.
Yes.
No matter what we're going through, because sometimes I wonder how our parents, our mothers in those days, I wonder how they managed to stay in that relationship. You will hear your mother say, it is not that your father is perfect, but it is because of you children I'm here. Because our mother, they've thought about it. The life of those children, how it will affect them. if they walk away from that marriage. So they would take anything, any pain, they would take any shame, they would take anything for the sake of their children. And that is what is lacking today.
But the ladies now, they always say, our mama time is not our time.
I wonder why we're here. Seriously, I wonder why we are here like this in this generation.
Yeah.
Because it was our mama time. I understand it, but there are so many things that our parents did then that we can actually put in use today if we really, really want to have a peaceful and marriage. I know, and like I said, I am praying for this generation, and I really don't. For me, I don't think they know what they're doing. They have no idea how this thing works. Relationship is not something that you just pick up and drop. You have to work it. So considering children, even if your life is in danger, you are in a bad relationship, and you know that you need to get out. Those children comes first. You have to think about those children first before you make any decision as a mother.
African men,
Mhm.
we like respect a lot. And this lack of respect in the present day woman has led to a lot of divorce. But these same men that cries for respect from African women, and they don't respect us, African men, we divorce them. A lot of them are married to non-African women, and they don't care about such respect. You see such men, they are washing plate, they are cleaning the house, they wash clothes for the kids, they take care of the kids, they are the one babysitting the kids. Do you think that this respect that we are shouting, respect me in Africa, do you think it's been overrated? We're just disturbing the ladies about this respect of it?
I think in Africa, the way we see respect in Africa, especially men, it's controlling. We see, for me, like you're asking the question, I think respect is overrated in Africa, especially for African men. Because if it's all about respect for you, why are you washing plates for another tribe that is not Africa? Why do you now become the one washing plates, and the respect doesn't, you're not really holding on to the respect there anymore? And I think, for me, I think it's also the culture. I think culture plays a big role in this respect that we're asking, really. And we need to understand what respect is. Do you understand what respect means, or you're mixing respect to control?
Yeah, it's the
Because
same, because African man wants to say, my lady, sit down and don't go anywhere. And the woman will sit. But an African man that is married to a British, let me use British for example, because I know
there
you
you
are
go.
British.
Yes.
They will not say sit down. Or did you see any situation like that where an African man in the UK tell a woman to sit down?
I've had any of. I've not
And I
had
think
any.
in the UK also it's gonna be called abuse. If an
You
African man says, come on, sit down.
you can't. That's more than abuse. No British woman would take that. Yeah, if the thing is, our African people will not even do that, because they know that's not the culture.
Yeah.
The culture does not permit that, because that to the culture is you're being abusive and you need to be put away. But it's the culture. This is why many of our people go to United Kingdom or go to US. They were married before. Then when they arrive there, they realize that's when they start to realize that, you know what, the culture that we brought here actually doesn't support what is here. And that's why you see a lot of our people divorcing in the diaspora, because the culture and the two culture doesn't match. So what we're bringing from Africa is, when I tell you to sit down there, you sit down there. Listen, I'm dealing with a lady whose husband is in Nigeria, and this woman is in US, and the husband calls her, monitor her, as if he is
An
presently in the
African
US,
woman.
an African woman, as if is present in the US and is in Nigeria. And the way this woman is so afraid, so scared she couldn't do anything because she was so afraid. And I'm like, this is bondage, though. This is bondage. So it's good that you brought about this question, because respect is respect is for everybody. Every culture have respect. It's just the way it's being presented.
Yeah.
Every human being needs to be respected. But for me, I think our culture is subjecting women to be under men, and that's why men sees as any little thing, you don't respect me, like disrespect. We must have it, but we're not asking for the same respect when it's a British woman or she's an American woman. So something is not right here. Something is not right.
Do you think that most time African men don't ask those ladies for that because they feel inferior, and they feel like those ladies are superior to them, because in the white skin in Africa there's a way it's been valued.
And
So maybe those men are feeling inferior to those women. That's why they're scared to act like that to them.
that could be one of the reasons, but I think major reason is because they know that the white person that they're dealing with, or the white culture that they're dealing with, is not going to stand for that. So they dare not do it. So I mean, some of them could be inferior. I mean, I've also seen African men that married a white woman that he puts it on the table like, I'm an African, proper African man, and this is not going to be taken by me in this house.
And did the lady abide to that?
Yeah,
Of course.
because it
that
has
man
to be
must be a
known.
Nigerian also.
He's a Nigerian. Of course, he's
I
a
know that man must
Nigerian.
be a
He's a
Nigerian.
Nigerian.
Yeah.
So when that lady sees me, she always call me to the side and say, "How do you deal with your Nigerian brother? Can you teach me how to manage him? Because I love him and I don't want to really lose him." So it's all about how you put it, and whoever that you're dealing with, there are white people that can take the African controlling culture. So that's the way I
Do
see
you think that
it.
African men
Mm-hmm.
should stop being God over women?
God never made anyone to be God over anyone.
Yeah, but that attitude or that behavior, African ladies sees it like you trying to be God over them and they don't want. And that is leading to a lot of divorce.
Yeah, I think African men
Hmm.
need to stop being God over their women. And why did I say that is because, I mean, for me as a Christian, when God created us, He never gave the authority and the power to Adam to control his wife. The Bible says He blessed them both. And He commanded them to take dominion, meaning take charge of everything that He has created. Man was never given the power and authority to dominate other, but what He has created. So where we get this power tussle of I have to be the one controlling you. You have to listen to me. I don't know where we got it from, and I think it's from our forefathers that has done that, and because they didn't know better. Many of them, we didn't have Christianity in Africa. We had the Ogboni, the Oguns, and all that. So
Traditional African religion.
traditional. That was what we were practicing.
Yeah.
So they didn't know better.
Yeah.
So, but in this generation,
When the Gen Z woman knows everything.
in this generation, even the Abalis, they are coming to the
They are on
podcast.
Facebook.
They're on TikTok. So,
Yeah. So of course, what do you expect? Everybody know they are right
so
now.
everybody know they are right. So
Yeah.
for me, I think it's time that we tone it down.
Okay.
There are ways that you can actually manage your woman without making her feel that you're controlling her. Because wise words, good words, is enough to turn the heart of somebody that has a very stony heart to come to the soft side. There are so many things, so many ways that we can actually, do
manage.
this.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, guys, if you want to know some of the ways you can actually manage your lady without making her feel that you're controlling her,
Mm-hmm.
you need to join that community and pay just $100. We're not going to dispose that on this podcast, so
That's right.
don't wait for it here. In Africa, a lot of men, when they meet a lady and they want to get into a relationship with her, the first question they like to ask them, what do you have to bring to the table? And African ladies, the Gen Z ladies right now, they always have their boobs and their ass to bring to the table. Do you think that question that men are asking, is it a right question? What do you have to bring to the table?
It's unfortunate that the world has really, really changed to something that I myself am still struggling with. I'm still struggling with. Maybe because I grew up in the generation that things like that were not seen.
Yeah.
And the more we're seeing these things, the more it's becoming so hard and so childish when people say they want to get into a relationship. What do you have to bring to the table got to do with? Adam never had the chance to ask Eve, what are you bringing to the table? Actually, the man of God was sleeping when Eve was taken out of him.
Yeah.
So where we have this idea of what do you bring to the table, a woman must always know. You don't have to tell a woman what do you bring to the table. There's a lot that women are doing in marriage that you don't have to ask them what they bring to the table. For me, I'm thinking that question is coming from the angle of finances.
Yes.
It's all about finances. So that means if you don't have anything, this relationship is not going anywhere. And we're wondering how we're dating the wrong people, and then our relationship is not functioning, it's not working right. If the first day we met, you took me on a date, and the first thing you're asking me is, what do I bring to the table? Which table? Which table? Which table are we talking about? The table of relationship or the table of finances? Which one?
The table of relationship that is going to lead to marriage. Because a lot of you're trying to look at it like, so you think that it's not the right question to start to ask a woman.
I don't think it's a right
But our
question.
male viewers will be saying, you as a person, lady,
Uh-huh.
they know that you are bringing a lot to the table in your family.
Yes.
So why do you think that before he marries a woman, he should not ask the woman, what are you bringing to my table?
But it's the reason why I said it's wrong is, number one, you don't know where that relationship is going. It shouldn't be the first thing that you're asking, because when you ask that as, what are you bringing to the table on the first date, you have killed the potential of that relationship, as far as I'm concerned, because that relationship is going to be based on something. Relationship should not be based on something. What happened to love?
Yeah, but to me, I think,
Affection.
I think a woman should be bringing something to the table. For example, you see some women, they are industrialists. You see some women, they are career women. You see some women, they have nice businesses. So if you are a man and I watched a podcast about one guy was saying, I cannot marry a woman that is broke. I
Yeah.
cannot marry a woman that is broke, because only the broke mentality will also affect the man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if the woman does not have anything to bring to the table apart from her beauty, then where is the marriage going to lead to? That man, there's every possibility that the man will go down after the marriage.
I understand where you're coming from, but what I'm saying is, the word, what do you bring to the table, should not be the first thing you ask a woman.
Okay.
As you continue with the relationship, there's another way you can ask the woman, in not, like indirectly, what do you bring to the table? What do you do for a living? That you can rephrase that. What do you bring to the table? That could be, this is what I do for a living. What do you do for a living? From there, you start to gather your information. But if you meet a lady for the first time and you're asking her, what do you bring to the table?
So you feel that the question is being asked the wrong way.
The wrong way. I feel
Yeah,
the question is being asked the wrong way.
And then what about the ladies that are answering, that their response, all the ladies, all 98% of them, their response is always, I'll bring my ass and my boobs to the table. I'll bring my beauty to the table. It's enough for you. Do
N-
you think they are giving the right answer?
in this generation, nobody needs your ass and your boobs. because your ass and your boobs is not going to pay the bills.
Of course.
And in this generation, I mean, I think this generation need to wake up that they're not they are not in the old generation where Baba will go to work and you will just be expecting Mama to be taking care of the kids and be taking care of home. No, things have shifted. This is not this is the problem I have with you guys. You want to use the whole system for the new system, but you don't want to achieve what the old people have achieved in your relationship. It's wrong. Like nobody needs your boobs and your ass because that is not gonna put the food on the table. That is not gonna put the food on the table, my dear. No. You see, nobody wants a liability. In this generation, we must be able to help one another without the man saying, no, you take 50 or I take 50. But at least be able to contribute to the relationship. Because that is when your relationship is going to be smooth. Nobody wants to be carrying, and it's not even fair for one person to be carrying the burden.
Yeah.
It's not fair. So what are you gonna be doing with? There are people who they don't only have their ass and their boobs.
Even their beauty is not more enough.
Their beauty is no more enough. But there are people, even they have this job, they have this money, they're okay, but they're not willing to share it in the relationship. They will tell you, no, it's men is supposed to take all the responsibility. You are living in life of a bubble.
And lot of ladies right now that they always believe that the bills in the marriage are meant for the man to pay. So the man should pay the fees, the rent, all the bills
No,
for the family, and them they will just take care of the kids.
If you're
Are they thinking right?
or
you
if
think that the bill should be shared 50-50?
if you're a woman like that, you're living in a different world, because marriage especially is, you work hand in hand. It doesn't matter who is paying the bill.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who is footing the bill. You're supposed to work together as a team. So leaving the bills and you saving your money while the man is slaving away and giving all the money, paying all the bills, it's not fair. That's gonna destroy your relationship. And that man is gonna step out and find somebody out there who is not ready for him to pay all the bills, who is ready to take care of our own bills, and then we start to cry, our men, we're losing our men, we're losing them to side chicks. It's not making sense.
Side chicks are not actually paying bills also. Side chicks are just there to, side chicks now, they are just gold diggers. Mostly when they know that the man is married.
Well, whatever a married man find outside, now you cause that one for yourself. Me, I know day for there. Whatever your eyes see, may you take for there.
When you go and meet side chick.
Yeah.
But side chick are actually helping marriages work now.
Really now?
Yeah, lady, like you see, I give an example on one of my podcasts. Somebody was talking about this on a podcast, on Honest Bunch podcast. So I asked the person.
I think
you watched it, yeah? When the lady was saying a man that is coming back from work with too much pressure.
Then she
then branch one place and enjoy small and then come back home. All the pressure is out. And think of it, to me, in a way, it's correct. Because if the man is coming back without branching the house of his side chick, what if, lady, all I think like this, you come to Africa where you see Gen Z ladies. Mm-hmm. We are Nigerian, so let's take our country, Nigeria, for example.
Okay.
You see Gen Z ladies, they are pressing their phone and forget to cook for the man. Just imagine what a Nigerian man will do when he comes back from work with too much pressure. His wife is pressing the phone on TikTok, on live, and has forgot to cook for the man.
Things are happening. Things are happening.
But if the man is just coming from a side chick's house where he has enjoyed a lot, has eaten very well and done everything he wants to do, if he comes and he sees his wife on TikTok live, he will still say to his wife, "Hi baby, how are you?" Even without anger. He will just go to his room and continue his life. No problem. He will sleep and relax. He already took shower in his side chick's house. He already ate there. Everything done there. Think of it.
What I can say about that if that is happening, that marriage is gone. They should just close it and everybody should go their separate ways.
Really?
Yeah, really. Because there's no reason if you're married, I can understand if you both go to work and you both come home at the same time and the food is not ready. No, it does nobody say it has to be someone that has to in this generation. It doesn't matter who made the food. Whoever that is home can make the food. However, our culture demands, and this is where we're having issue in this generation. The word demands that a woman you have to learn, you have to be wise to keep your home. And one of the ways that you keep your home is cooking food for your husband. Good food, not just ordinary good food. If you can make your way to his stomach, you got him. You will stay home. I'm not a fan of encouraging men to have side chicks, but at the same time, I feel that the major reason that men are having side chicks is because what our women are doing at home. I know that there are women who might be watching right now and say, I've done everything that I'm doing, but my husband he's never going to be satisfied with one man. I'm not talking about that kind of a woman. I'm talking about woman who you know that this is your area of expertise. You take care of that man. You feed him. You make the environment, the house environment be a peaceful one. Then he'll be happy to come home. He won't have to be stopping by at no side chick. He will be coming home straight. I cannot remember the years that my husband will say he's branching somewhere, not coming home straight. Because there's nothing, there's and I
Maybe but some of the fans will say because your husband is a religious leader.
No, before he became a religious leader,
Yeah.
when we were young in our marriage, there's
Yeah.
no way. This is one thing I'm so certain that and I will say this with pride. Anyone that can take it, take it. Before you can sleep with my husband or take my husband as a side chick, for my husband to use as a side chick, that it doesn't mean that he's missing anything. I cook, I clean, I dress well, I look good, I'm beautiful, I'm a funny person. My home, I always make my home for him to come home and be happy. If he stops by at your door, it doesn't mean that he's lacking anything. It's because the way you have presented yourself, and he just want to show you that you should not be doing that with the married man and paying you. That's because this is the problem that we have. You take care of your husband, take care of your home. I don't understand. Food is the most important thing to man. If you don't cook man food, and the other food that you got to give him in the bedroom, those two things will keep your man home. So I don't understand why anyone will call themselves a wife and then you'll be scrolling, be on your phone 24/7, and your husband comes home, you forgot to cook food. Even if the man didn't say anything, you should lock yourself in the bedroom and take kubuku and beat yourself. Or your parents should come and flog you in the way that they're supposed to flog you. It's wrong. Let's stop it.
A lot of ladies are doing that right now.
They shouldn't be doing that.
They will be on TikTok live. They will be creating content and they will forget to make food for their husband. Some of them even forget to take care of their kids.
For real.
A lot of ladies, they are doing that. They prefer, you come online at night, 1 a.m., you see married women on TikTok live. Their husband is at home. So what are they doing there?
Maybe their husband also are on TikTok. Maybe they are social media.
Yeah, but how will the family grow if the wife is on TikTok live and the husband is on TikTok at the same time at night when they should be sleeping or when they should be having proper discussions about family?
It's not something that should be done. It shouldn't. I don't condone that. But what I'm saying is, you've got to understand what relationship is all about. What is marriage about? What is parenting about? Because it is when you have understanding of these things, then you're able to get information, you're able to get help, you're able to get coaching, you're able to get mentor to actually to help you to make your marriage work. The thing what I don't understand is, do people, do they really want to be in marriage, or they just want to be cohabitating? Which one is it? Do we just want somebody, just want a name that I'm Mrs. So 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 so, or I'm married? Is that what we're doing, or do we, what's the intention? Because if we know our intention, well, why are we there? It helps us to be able to decide and what about what we want to do there, and it plays a big role.
Thank you so much, Lady Ola.
Mm.
They say those who have ears, let them hear. Take it or leave it. It's not by force. These are just advices from
Yeah.
somebody that has a lot of experience. If you want to know more about Lady Ola, go follow her page, check her out, and then you can understand why she speaks the way she does. Lady Ola,
So.
women, when they are married, their husband, they have kids, 2 kids or 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
A man is hustling. He makes some money. He goes and declares his next of kin to be his wife. When a woman wants to write her own next of kin, she will write her brother or her auntie or her mother or her father. Why is it like that? Because we've seen a lot of situations like this in Nigeria and in Africa. Women using their brother as next of kin, but their husbands will use them as next of kin. Why can't women use their husband as next of kin?
First of all, I would say it's coming from a place of ignorance, and it's also coming from a place of experience. Most women that does that, for me, I mean, I've never done that before. So let me just say this from being a relationship coach. Most women that behaves like that, they've had, is either they had experience with their mother or their auntie or their sister somewhere, that the experience of other people have made them to start to behave like that. And the danger there is, you don't use somebody else's experience as your own in your home, because what didn't work for that person don't necessarily mean that it won't work for you. You can use that as okay, what can I learn from that person? But always make sure that you learn the right thing, not the bad thing.
Yeah.
So for my husband to make me his next of kin, and then for me to now be using my sister or my brother as my next of kin, that's totally wrong. I mean, that relationship is dodgy. That relationship is not built well. That relationship is sick. It needs healing. Because if I can trust you that you can be my next of kin, whatever happens, then what is stopping you
From trusting the other
from
part.
trusting me?
Yeah.
And when a guy finds out that that's what happens, you have destroyed that guy.
True.
Because going from there, that man is going to move on, and there are many people who are just in marriage, but they are actually not in the marriage. They have left a long time ago.
Yeah.
But you just see their physical body. And that is why we're just here for the sake of the children. Nobody should be managing. We're here for the sake of children. Let's work it. Trust is a big problem in relationship in Nigeria. I've seen men, husband and wife, having different accounts that their spouse doesn't know anything about. They have it like it's a secret thing. And I wonder what kind of marriage we have. If I have a secret, especially when it has to do with money and all that. So where's the trust? What's the danger? Why are you afraid? What is the danger there? What is making you to not trust your spouse, but trust your brother? Because if anything happens to me, or if I'm making more money, and maybe the husband is not making as much as money, and maybe his family, they are dramatic, and they always feel that, it's their son that is bringing the money, and she's the one actually having that much money. So a woman like that could be a victim that will fall into, okay, I'm going to make my brother my next of kin, because if anything happens to me, the family of this guy. I think that's major reason why people do that.
But
as
some
women.
of those brothers also, when something happens to that woman, those brothers will squander those money. Use it
Yeah.
to buy G-Wagon, enjoy the money very fast.
But they're okay with that.
Is it better than the
that is the
husband using the
stupidity.
money to take care of their own kids?
Exactly. That is where the ignorance, because your brother that you're using as the next of kin, you don't know what is going to happen to him when he now see that he's in control of what you have worked for.
Yeah.
And then he will squander it because he didn't work for it. But listen, I'd rather make my children to be my next of kin than my brother and my sister, if I have to. But thank God I don't have to, because myself and my husband, we don't have that kind of relationship. We have an open, transparent relationship that we don't have anything that we're hiding from each other. We put our finances on the table. This is what we have, and this is what we're spending, and this is how it is. And that has helped our relationship to be where it is today. What's the point of having marriage if you cannot trust? What is the point of having marriage if you have secrets? What's the point of having marriage if you cannot truthfully share things with your partner? Then you're just cohabitating. You're just living as neighbors. That's not marriage.
Married women
What have we
who
done?
their husband lives in the diaspora and they live in Africa.
Okay.
Their husband sends money to them to build a house. From that money, they add commission, or what they call ISO in Nigerian language. So, for example, if to build a 2-bedroom duplex will cost 1 million, the woman will add her own on top to make it 1.5. Her husband, her legally married husband with 2 kids, for example. Don't you think that this is a very wrong approach in marriage? Because this could, when the man find out, it could lead to divorce. What do you say to women that does things like that? Because a lot of women now in Africa are doing that. You see a woman, a husband, we send her 2 million to build a house. Out of the 2 million, as she's building, the man already has a target that this 2 million will get to lintel level, for example. When it gets to a point, the woman will say, everything is expensive now. The money is finished. Because maybe she wants to save some money to send her brother abroad, or she wants to take some money from there to
Oh,
buy nice jewelries. A lot of women are doing that today in Africa.
This is very, very, this is a sad story, really. It's really sad. But I've come to realize that when someone have a poverty mentality, they can do anything. And it doesn't matter who that person is. For me, I feel that poverty mentality has gotten into the head of those women. Like they have to make extra money on top of anything that anybody sends to them. You are stealing from your husband. That I don't know what to say to you, but that is stealing from a man that puts food on your table, that takes care of your children. And you think those extra cash is what, when you put it on top of whatever that he's asking you to help him to do, is what is going to make you to become rich. You're going to become more poor. Because that mindset, when you're taking what doesn't belong to them, this is what I always say to my children. When you take someone, it doesn't matter if it is dad. When you're taking someone that you did not get permission from, you're stealing. And it's disheartening to hear this story that a wife that is called a wife, your husband will ask you to help him to build a house or do something, then you have to add money on top of it. Even if that man is stingy, leave him to God. That should not be the way. That should not be approach. It's a terrible approach, and we should stop it if that's happening. If we should stop it, because that you're actually bringing more cost on yourself, because God has made that person, that man, to be the head of that home. Whether we believe it or not, men remains the head of home until Jesus comes. So we need to get that into our soft mind, that we need to understand that. So if that man is trusting you enough, I don't understand that, because what you're doing for this man is not the only one that's going to live in that house. It's not the only one that's going to benefit from what he's asking you to do. How did we get it wrong? How did we get here?
Married women, that their husband are in the diaspora, making their boyfriend back home in Africa the building contractor for their husband's house or their house they are building together. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Using their boyfriend to be the contractor
Yeah, of
for
the,
the for the,
for the,
for the
for the
house
building,
for
house
the house that
project.
the husband is funding.
Yes. Their boyfriend in Africa is the contractor. So a married woman will just call her boyfriend, "Come, my husband want to build a house. Take the project."
Jesus need to go into the street, into every street of Nigeria, and sweep.
Not only in Nigeria, all over in Africa.
Oh my word!
It's happening everywhere in Africa. Not just about Nigeria.
Okay, in Africa, what has come over us?
Yeah, because
That is wrong.
most of these women that their husband live abroad, they have a boyfriend back home, and now of course they have feelings for their boyfriend also. Because of that law and that feeling they have for their boyfriend, they want him to make some extra bucks. They make him the contractor for the house their husband is building.
Woman, even if your husband is not seeing you, God is seeing you, and it's a taboo. You see, that boyfriend that you're using as a contractor to build a house for your husband is going to hurt you. And if you're not careful, you will end up losing that marriage, and you end up losing that man, because there's nothing that stays in the secret forever. It's going to happen, and it is wrong. This is the way I see things. Before I behave in any particular way to somebody, I always put myself there. What if that was me? Would I like it? And that is the problem that we have today. Nobody look at themselves first and say, would I take that? If I hear that my husband did this or my wife do this, would I be happy? We don't look at that, because we are consumed. The flesh we want to feed the flesh. That is going to destroy us. And like I said before, we need to be asking this question. Do we want marriage? Or we just want to be hanging out? Because if you want marriage, this kind of behavior should not be happening. And if you're doing it and you get joy from doing it, your days are numbered.
Lady Ola, thank you so much for these advices. I know that our audience are getting value from it. But before we come to the end of this podcast, guys, follow Lady Ola on all social media platforms at I am Smoopis. Right?
I am Smoopy.
I'm Smoopy. And then, once again, Lady Ola, our audience want to get more value. So joining the transformation tribe,
yes,
is the key.
Is
Is the way to go. Because after some time, to get Lady Ola on a podcast is difficult, guys. So we cannot get Lady Ola on a podcast always. So join the transformation tribe. How can they join this transformation tribe?
There's a link in my bio. If whether you go to IG or you go to TikTok or Facebook, there's a link there to join. Transformation Tribe is going to be WhatsApp group thing. We're going to be functioning more on WhatsApp, because I want people who are ready, people who are willing. I want people who are serious. That's why I want to make it to be WhatsApp
thing, so that it can
thing,
be easy.
so
We can
that
have easy conversation.
so that you have you have access to me.
Yeah.
Then we can have easy conversation. Then we can build that community there. I want it to be, like people who are serious. I don't want people who are not serious. So
Yeah.
if you think you're gonna come there, I want to gossip about people, that I'm going to shut you down, because it's for people who are really, who have been hurting. People who want to grow. People who want to know more. People who are willing. And that's what this group is about. I mean, people have been asking me for it's been a while that they've been troubling me. So now I'm creating that transformation tribe for people who are ready
Yeah.
to
So on
actually
this
learn.
transformation tribe, for somebody that have joined,
Mhm.
can they have a one-on-one call with you? So let's assume that I don't want to be typing for other people to be seeing my problem.
Oh, yeah.
So
No.
my wife has done something very bad and I'm hurting, but I need serious advice on the way to go.
Yes.
But I don't want to type it on that
Mm-mm.
WhatsApp group for
Mm-mm.
people to see. Can I
No.
call you and then we talk about
Yes,
it?
that because I'm going to be doing one-on-one. I'll be doing coaching, I'll be doing mentoring.
Yeah.
So every of our issues, we don't have to put it, it doesn't have to be a group. I will be having one-on-one. I'll be answering questions. I'll be mentoring people. I've been, finding solutions to people's problem that you is directed to me. So that's your really benefit is having access to me. And that I guarantee you, I will be there 24/7 when I'm not sleeping.
Thank you so much, Lady Ola. With this, we're going to come to the end of this podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we urge you to please subscribe to this channel. Follow all our social media handles. A lot of you are watching our podcast, you are not subscribed. Please subscribe. Subscription is free. You don't need to pay money to subscribe to a channel.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I will catch you on the next one.